5. Okay, we're going to do a few problems together because I want to teach you something new today. How's that sound? So skip down to problem C. Okay, and we're actually going to solve C 2 different ways. So what I want you to do is, like, halfway between the bottom and the problem, draw a horizontal line to separate method 1 and method 2, because we're going to solve it 2 different ways. You with me? Okay, so this first one, let's just do a normal. No drawings today. You're welcome. So what's 6 times 4? Okay, so the common denominator on this one will be 24. And just go ahead and solve it, boys and girls, okay? I'm gonna, gosh, do I dare pause? Okay, so Max, what should I write on the first row? 5, 6 times. And what'd you get? Good. 20 24ths. And Bella, what do I write on the second line? So 20 minus 6 equals, okay, now, did anybody realize that this needs to be simplified? Okay, so we're going to divide by something. 2. Because 7 doesn't go into 24, but that was a good idea. So go ahead and write divided by 2, divided by 2. And that will be 7. 24 divided by 2 is, okay. So that's method 1, and we've been doing that for several days, maybe even over a week, don't you think? Okay, so I'm going to show you method 2. And method 2, listen carefully, you won't have to simplify on because we're going to pick a number that's not 24 for the denominator, okay? Now, there's no rule that says I can't pick 48. I could pick 96. I could pick any number that is a multiple of 24, okay? But the larger I get, the harder it's going to be to simplify it and divide, okay? So this way is so cool. So the problem, rewrite the problem, 5 6 minus 1/4, is that correct? Okay, and then down at the bottom, and I'm going to put this way at the bottom because I've got 3 equal signs here, okay? So I want to draw a T-chart, but it's going to be laying on its side. And I think this looks kind of like a stick sword, you know? Okay, so on this T-chart, by the way, this is called LCM, least common multiple, but what it really means is skip count. You know multiples are skip counting, right? Okay, so we're going to write the 2 denominators. What are they? 6 and 4. So look where I wrote them. Okay? Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip count by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. I'm just going to write 3 numbers. That's probably far enough in most cases. And then what am I going to skip count by? 4s. So tell me what they are. 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, I could keep going. Now what I'm going to try and find is the lowest number that they share. What is it? 12. So I'm going to circle the 12s. And 12 will be my common denominator. Now, it just so happens, look at this, boys and girls. Was 12 the denominator for the answer? It was. Okay? So, when you write this, don't work ahead of me because this is a little different. So I want to walk you through it. Go ahead and write 12 for your common denominator, but then wait. Actually, you could go ahead and write your fractions, but wait to multiply. And this is the mistake kids make. So put your pencil down when you're ready. So this is what I want you to do. If I take 6 times 4, that's 24. So that won't work. So I have to do 6 times something equals 12. 6 times 2 equals 12, right? And then if I do 4 times 6, that's 24, so that's too big. So it's 4 times something, 3. And then I've got a 10 twelfths minus 3 twelfths. And I'm pretty sure that's the same answer I just got. Now, here's why I like least common multiple. Because when numbers are lower, they're easier for me to work with. Do you agree?
Yes.
So sometimes it's going to be better not to multiply your denominators, but to skip count to find the lowest number. We're going to practice this again on E. So turn it to E. So down here, we're going to write our sideways T-chart. You don't have to remember what this is called. There is, I think there's one on IXL where we could just practice this. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, so what are my two denominators? 4 and 8. And if I were to multiply those together, I'm going to get 32, and that's a pretty big number. So let's try this. Let's skip count. Okay? So how many numbers did I tell you to start out writing? 3. So 4, 8, 12, 16. You got that? Okay, skip count by 8s for me. That's far enough. Now I want you to find the smallest number they share. 8. Would 16 work? Absolutely. And it's smaller than 32, isn't it? So you probably still get it right if you chose 16, but you would have to simplify. So now, what am I going to do? I'm going to use 8. And I still write the fractions like I always have. I just multiply differently, and I want you to wait to multiply. Wait for me to multiply, okay? I'm going to pause it while you get all this written down. So 4 times 8 would be 32, so I can't do that. So 4 times something equals 8. 2. So that gives me 6 8s. And 8 times something equals 8.
1.
So that gives me 3 8s. How we doing? Okay. So that's method 2. And it's going to be your choice on some of them. Some of them you don't have a choice. Like this one, there's no choice. You have to multiply them together. Okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to have you work with a partner on all the problems we didn't finish. Wait. Put your pencil down because I want to show you something. I made a copy of the homework because you're probably going to get done with this really fast. And so we're not drawing on the homework, but I want to show you something. On A and C of your homework, you can try method 2. The rest of them, you'll have to use method 1 where you just multiply the denominators. Okay? Now, this is the homework page. None of them on your problem set will need method 2. So I want you to do the problem set first with your partner. Then pick up a homework from the counter And wait, I haven't even given you partners yet. Okay, let's look at the exit ticket. Now, I'm not making you draw a picture, okay? You just have to solve them. It says simplify, if possible. Nothing needs to be simplified on this. So just work the problems and bring it to me. This is the problem set. Any questions?
Wait, yeah.